Hello Bitzbox, it's Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk here with another conversion video, and in this one I'm continuing on with making some Primaris size firstborn Space Marines, and in this one I'm doing the Sternguard Veterans, and I'm mainly going to be basing them on stuff from the Indomitus box set. So yeah, let's get straight to it. Okay, so what I have here is 3 of the Blade Guard Veteran bodies from the Indomitus set, just chopped off the pegs for the arms. I have the Ancient with the pole chopped off. I'll put the backpack on this one. And then we have the Judica body as well, chop the peg off there. So the idea is to have 3 regular Sternguard, probably with Combi-weapons, a Champion, or Sergeant even, it's my Chaos brain, and then this one can be our heavy weapon dude, and I think I'm going to start with him. So I've just chopped out the heavy bolter and essentially just grabbing the heavy bolter and the arm that goes with it. You can just about get it on there. Now I know the arms are a little bit short for these, but they're not too bad. You can bring them forward a little bit, and the idea I'm going to bring them forward just a bit, put the shoulder pad on. That just gives them, just makes it look like they have a little bit more to them. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's how he's looking. You can see the arm slightly off a little bit because it's a bit short and had to come forward, but shoulder pads fix everything. So this one here is just a Forge World Imperial Fist one. You can use whatever you want. Obviously, if you're not using Imperial Fists, then you wouldn't have an Imperial Fist shoulder pad, but I want to stick that on. And on the other side, I'm going to use one from the Sternguard set. Use one of the smaller ones, so that will go on like that. So yeah, that's how that will look. They cover up the arms quite well, so not too bad. I know that one's got a bigger one than the other one, but that's sometimes how it goes. The Sternguard seem to have like some different size shoulder pads as well, so they have some of these really big ones, and you might want to use them, but I think the backpack gets in the way a little bit. I've put the just regular heavy bolter backpack on there, and that goes on really easily. So yeah, do that. And as for a head, obviously you can use anything you want. Space Marines, the options are almost limitless. So I'll have a little look around, see what we've got, and then perhaps we'll work on a champion next. Okay, so here he is, first Sternguard Veteran, the heavy bolter. I apologise, odd little bits need neatening up. I'll sort that out at a later date before I paint them. Yeah, looking quite beefy. It's a shame I haven't got one of the original small ones to compare them to. Really big, really beefy, and yeah, worthy of the 2 wounds that they now have. So let's work on the champion. Now, as for the loadout for this squad, I'm not too sure what's the best, so I do apologise if I end up equipping them with just rubbish, but yeah, we'll have a look. So I've got one of these arms from the Infiltrators, and I'm going to replace this gun. I'm pretty much going to give everyone else Combi-weapons, because why not? For Champion, or Sergeant, keep going on Champion. He's no exception. I believe he can take the Combi-weapons. He can basically have anything in the Sergeant list apart from a Thunderhammer, so he's got lots of options. I'll give him a melter, so I'm going to take just a Combi melter from the Sternguard set, chop off the hand, because it's a right hand when we want a left. So when you chop them off, always don't go straight in for the kill, so to speak. Chop them off bits by bit. You get a nice cut at the end, so you have the clippers around the right way as well. And then, so you check both sides. And just carefully and slowly take off as much as you can, and then just use your file to neaten that up. And then that will go on there, and it's all neaten up, and I'll put that on there. So I'll be back once that's done. Okay, so this is how he's looking. I've put on a shoulder pad and a little shield as well. I'm not a massive fan of the position of his arm. The gun's not sitting on too great either. But it'll do, that's all I've got. An outstretched one pointing downwards would be my preference, but it'll do. I've got this sword, which I think is a relic blade from the Vanguard Vets, which I really like. I'm going to tap that on. Put glue on there. This will be really awkward, no doubt. I've left a bit of a pole in the hand, as you can maybe see when I move my hands out of the way. It's going to be really awkward. I'll have to do this off camera, but left a bit of a pole there that can act as the sword handle. It just needs a little something at the end, which I'm not entirely sure what to do yet. Even just a blob of green stuff would do for that. But yeah, I'll try and get this nice and straight, and I'll be back. Okay, so here he is. I've glued the sword on. I found a little end just on some other sword from something or other. I have no idea. There's basically a hand holding a handle in my Bitzbox, so I took the end off that. Worked really well. And yeah, I've just used the regular head for the Sergeant from the Sternguard set because I think it's awesome. I love it. I love the sort of Roman feel to it. So yeah, that's the Sergeant. Pretty cool. I would have liked his arm to be a bit more relaxed, but no, I think he works alright. And the sword is about pretty straight. It's a little bit off, but yeah, you get the gist. So there we go. We have two members now. I'm probably not going to do all three of these on camera because they're all going to be fairly similar. So I'll show you one to give you an idea of what we'll be doing. Okay, forget what I just said. Let's just do all three. Why not? I've got an idea what to do. So I've cut off the little pins and just filed down the side of the arms. This one has a bit less of an arm, but that doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do with this one, I've chopped down this bit of a Sternguard arm. That is going to go on there to give him a bit of an arm. It looks a bit messy on the joint, but don't worry, can neaten that up. The way I paint my Imperial fists, they're all quite bad and that, so I can get away with that a bit more. But if you can't on yours, then just be as neat as you can, file things down, and use a bit of green stuff to fill in gaps and stuff. I'm going to add some hands onto these arms, but they haven't got no wrists. The hands, for the Sternguard, are pretty big actually. They'll work fine on Primaris stuff. They just don't have no wrist plates, so I've chopped a couple of wrist plates off these little circle bits. Just chopped them off, just some regular left arms from the Sternguard set. Majority of stuff I've been using so far, actually let's have that the other way. Majority of stuff I've been using so far have been from the Sternguard, and obviously the Indomitus stuff. Only really so far the shoulder pads and that sword have been from other kits. And I'm going to try and use as much Sternguard stuff as I can. So yeah, I've got this knife hand, and I've got one holding a grenade. We're a little bit down, aren't we? Move up, move up, move up, move up. Yeah, I've got a knife hand and a grenade hand. And yeah, for this one I'll probably just put in a pointing hand or something. I think that's still on the screw. Yeah, it is. So I'll chop that off. I'll get them all glued up, and then we'll work on the other hands. Okay, so we've got left arms now. I'm not a massive fan of that one, but it'll do. It'll do. So yeah, we've got one holding a grenade, and you can see. I mean, these are Primaris arms. Don't forget. You can see how big these hands look, though. You can tell sort of an older GW kit. Hands are usually a bit too large on the older stuff. Now you could use the right arms what come in the Indomitus set, but I think how I've got these ones now, they're going to look a bit too big. I'll just get one to show you. Just quickly chop that sprue. Obviously we won't use the swords, but you see what I mean? Like, they're quite chunky. Get my hands out of the way, I could show you. Yeah, they're quite chunky in comparison. Like, put them side by side. Look, you know, I think they can get away with like the smaller arms. Anyway, and you know, these are meant to represent Sternguard Veterans, so not necessarily Primaris Marines. So I think it kind of works. Obviously, if it's awful, do tell me in the comments. But I'm sticking with it. There just wasn't much we could do with these other arms because of the shields. Of course, in the future there will be a multi-part plastic kit of these. This video should go out before that is released, but you might be watching it in when that's already out. And if that's the case, just use that. I'm sure it'll probably find it easier just to swap weapons and whatnot. But yeah, I want that one on him. Yeah, I'm gonna add these arms, and then I'm gonna attach the combi weapons. I've got 2 combi plasmas and a combi melter, so I'll end up with two combi melters, 2 combi plasmas, and a heavy bolter in the squad. Might not be the best loadout, but nah, that'll do. So this is how they're looking with the guns now. So yeah, shoulder pads. This time I will use the larger Sternguard ones. I'm hoping they won't interfere with the backpacks when they go on. Fingers crossed on that. I've got one there. Take another couple off here. Stop the spray. Nice and prepared as always. I'll take that one, that's quite nice. Yeah, they'll work nicely with the ones on the other side as well. Sort of similar size. So they'll go on like so. A bit of glue in them. So yeah, the arms for Sternguard aren't too bad now. Is that going to go on? Yeah, that goes on at a bit of a weird angle on that one. I may switch out for a smaller one actually. I'm not a fan of that. Get it on here. The shield might be in the way on this side as well. This is going swimmingly, so it might have to be a case of sticking on normal sized ones. There's this one with a rope on it, but I think that's gonna. Oh no, that works. That works. Just actually. No, I think that is just how it sits on there. I'll stick with it. That one works on there. I'll just get a normal sized one. Oh, we do have a studded one. Do like a good Mark 6 shoulder pad. Stick that on there. That was a little bit flash on actually before. Stick that down. Let's get that on there. A little bit more glue on. This arm's a bit of a goofy one. I'm not a massive fan of it. It's off to the side a little bit. Yeah, not a massive fan. Some of the Sternguard arms are just a bit like that though. I mean, you could have some going across. They just don't work too well for shields, so you sort of need the arms sort of outstretched a bit. Just going to use the normal backpacks from the Blade Guard. Also, because they've got little things on the back, you could chop them off, but I'm gonna keep them on, and I've just added the icon to the Sergeant, what's from the Sternguard set. So yeah, we'll get backpacks on, and I'll whack on some heads, and then we are done. Okay, so here they are. I'm quite happy with them. I wasn't too sure with these ones as I was building them. I'm still not a massive fan of his arm, and there's a little notch there. There are some little notches and mould lines and that, which will still have to be removed once they're fully dried and that. Yeah, they come out alright. Just using heads from the Sternguard kit. Keep it nice and simple. The majority of stuff is just from Indomitus and Sternguard. The odd arms on here. I mean, I could have just used the basic arm, what came with the Ancient. I just didn't like how sort of static it was, sort of below his side. I'm actually starting to dig this one a little bit more now. I could easily just use something else instead of a sword. But yeah, came out alright. Because of the shields, if you could cut them off I suppose, but because of them you can't really have the guns going across the chest, which is why I put the heavy weapon on the Judicar model. You could possibly use the Lieutenant, what comes in the Indomitus box instead. I think his legs are so outstretched that he might not look too great on the 32. But remember, these are on 32mm bases and not on 40, what they would be on normally. But yeah, they come out alright. I think using the original heads helps sell them a little bit as firstborn rather than Primaris. I think that does help. That's something I've been trying to do in some of these videos. But yeah, I'm liking them. There's probably better pictures on our Instagram of these, which you've probably seen before this video goes up. If you follow us on there, if you don't, links are down below for all our socials. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, or if you have any suggestions what you'd like to see me convert in the future, then please do. Feel free to subscribe to our channel. We have lots of videos like this. I've done several on Space Marines as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Just a really quick thing, this guy's arm was bugging me a little bit. I didn't like it, so I took another one of them infiltrator arms that I used on the Sergeant. I stuck a bolt pistol on it. I think it looks a little bit better. Might neaten up where that bolt pistol is, but yeah, I just wasn't digging it at all. I was taking some photos for these, and yeah, it just didn't look right. So I've changed it to that. As I said, if you have some like Primaris arms from like Reavers, Infiltrators, Intercessors, whatever, you know, if you can use them instead, they work just as well. So yeah, that's what I've done with him. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.